Hey, good morning. I've been contemplating making this video for the last few days here. Just trying to explain and update everything that has been happening since the last time I posted something, and just kind of address the GoFundMe that has been put out there and kind of what led us to creating that, I guess. So I haven't really posted anything for the last probably 4 months since my discogram. So since then, I have had a consult with another surgeon here, which is probably like the 10th surgeon that I've been referred to, seen, or had them review my file or consulted with. And he basically told me, in his words, that I don't want to call you crazy, but you don't have pain coming from that area, and you're not open to any other ideas of where that pain may be coming from. He also declined to write the letter to the Ministry of Health funding for the out-of-country funding to go to the States, so I would never get the chance to have that approved or denied because he refused to even write that letter. So since then, I have consulted with another surgeon in the States who has gone over all my imaging with me again, has set out a plan to treat me, and the loose hardware that he sees in my spine, as well as the unstable and mobile joint that has been rubbing together where there was no grafting placed, and which has been moving since my injury back in August of 2020. We have tried reaching out to the government, Scott Moe, since 2021, numerous times. We have also tried contacting the health minister, and there has been 3 since the time that I've been trying to contact them since 2021, and I have got no replies from any of them. We went as far as sending a letter to the ministry, or our MLA, sorry, and they have sent in numerous letters to the Ministry of Health to contact me and them, and they have still refused, ignored, and have not replied to any of those letters as well. When I contact Scott Moe's office to see if there's anything that they can do, maybe they can set up a meeting, which I've requested with him, to go over this and discuss what my options may be for a treatment plan. They decline and refuse to set up that meeting, and the receptionist there actually suggests that I start a GoFundMe and make the public fund this instead of setting up a meeting to just even discuss something that I've been dealing with for going on 5 years now. I have done everything that this government and health system has wanted me to do. Multiple procedures, multiple injections, and now I've even had multiple GoFundMes put out there, trying to get the funding for these procedures that I need in the States. I want to make it very clear here that going to the States is not my first choice. If we had somebody here in Canada who I could go and see who has successfully treated this condition before, I would gladly go and see them. But I've already had 2 procedures here, and they have both failed and led to other issues. I have no choice but to go to the States to see somebody who has treated this condition over 150 times successfully. I have spoken with many other people who have had these procedures done, who were in the same position as I was before and are now running marathons, golfing, rock climbing, you name it. They're just living a normal life again. So for these surgeons here to tell me that I'm just going to see hack jobs in the States or going to see so-called super specialists who only treat one certain thing is a very unfair thing to say, and it's just not true. These surgeons treat many other spine and neurological issues. This is just one of the other things that they treat as well. There is a very, very, very good chance that I will be able to get my life back and be able to live a normal life after this corrective procedure is done. So I'm going to touch on the GoFundMe now a little bit. We've kind of been put into this predicament where this needs to be the option that we have. So a family member has started a GoFundMe for me, knowing that I would never do it on my own. Not somebody who ever asked for help, so even having the GoFundMe for me is very hard and gives me mixed feelings. on one hand, don't like the feeling of it, don't like asking for help. But on the other hand, there's many people out there who continuously ask me for a link. They wonder what they can do to help, and they just wish that there was something that they can do for me. So the other hand, I feel selfish not having this out there, because there's tons of people who care about me and just this entire situation that we're in, and this is one way that they can help, possibly help, I guess. Provincial government and federal government has kind of put us in this predicament. Provincial government will not reply and have ignored us for 4 years, and the federal government puts in policies where it's impossible to share news articles and stories that have been made on me, the condition, and my story. Therefore, it doesn't get into the hands of people who might be able to help. The GoFundMe is one way that maybe we can get this out there, and I can get the proper treatment and get my life back. That's the number one goal, is to get better and live a normal life again, with reduced pain. The second goal of this is to prove to the Canadian government and the Canadian healthcare system that the procedure that I'm going down for will correct my spine, and it will reduce my pain. This could be huge for other people suffering with this condition, and I will not stop spreading awareness for Bertolotti syndrome after the procedure works. It's something that we need here, because there's other people that are going to be diagnosed with this in the future, and there's other people who are currently diagnosed with it that are in the same position as I am and don't have anybody here who can help them. So I'm going to continue advocating for this, and I hope that this video can get out there and help somebody else. I really, really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you want to know anything else, just, yeah, you can check out some of the older videos that kind of explain a little bit more in detail of what's been going on. But please just share this. I'm not even wanting you to donate to the GoFundMe. I feel not great about that, but if you could just continue to share this story and spread this so that the awareness can get out there and more people can hear about this, because there might be other people suffering with this and they don't have a clue what they have going on with their back, because they've been told multiple times, as I have, that nothing is wrong with you. Again, thank you for taking the time, and check out some other videos. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to mention that the link to the GoFundMe will be posted below, and I want to be clear that any money that is donated to the GoFundMe, this will just be a temporary stop for that. No matter what happens, if this procedure does work, that money will be paid forward to somebody else who is in need, whether it be donations or acts of kindness in some way or another. But this will just be a temporary stop if this procedure works, and somebody else in the end could benefit from any donation or any sort of money provided to this. If you have any other questions, as I mentioned earlier, just comment on the video, like, subscribe it so maybe it could pass the message on to somebody else and we can get this news kind of out there. I really appreciate everybody taking the time to look at this again, and have a good day. Thank you.